Welcome to Live with Cody and Satori, the paranormal couple. The show will be starting shortly. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Now please welcome the paranormal couple, Cody and Satori.
Hi, everybody. Oh my gosh. Okay, so hi everybody, how you doing? If you obviously didn't see that, but I almost just fell, and it would have been a catastrophe. Because last second, of course, Cody wasted the last second to tell me that my chair is a little too far over, so I need to get a little bit closer. And then the chair started to go like this, and I almost went down. Also, can I tell you something honestly?
What?
You know how that intro says the Cody and Satori will be shortly? You know, that thing. I don't like how it says my name.
What does it say that's wrong?
It kind of says it a little weird. I don't know if I like that. The way it says it just kind of sounds like I don't know.
Are you really going after the AI voice guy?
I feel like AI could have been a little bit better about it, but that's just me. So hi everybody. Hi, I see a couple of familiar faces, a couple of familiar names. Hi everybody. Real mature intro. Thanks, Corey. We're trying our best.
Corey's in there?
Yeah, Entity 7 Paranormal's in there. Joe Vitale. Hi, how are you? Good to see so many familiar names. That's awesome. Well, hopefully this show's going to be a fun one tonight. I feel like that was kind of an omen, the way I almost just like...
That usually means it's going to go great.
It's gonna be something. I don't know what it's going to be.
So, if you haven't been here before, welcome. This is not your usual... live show. Satori and I like to have fun. This is where we kind of get to be ourselves and usually learn a little bit about each other. You can, of course, ask us questions throughout the show. There's different segments that we're going to do. Of course, Satori and I, we run a museum full of proclaimed haunted items from around the world. And every podcast that we do, we showcase a new item, and then we jump into a bunch of other little segments here and there.
Yes. Hi, Avery. Happy birthday. I saw that request comment, so I just want to hop on that. Yes, of course. And we're definitely going to be ourselves. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I'm not sure. You're just going to have to decide for yourself by the end of the show. I have a feeling a lot of you are going to see this and just go, what did I just waste an hour watching? But at least we're here to entertain you for a little while. Of course.
Is Ken backstage? Does he have his fancy hat on?
I don't think he has his fancy hat on.
All right, we'll see.
Oh.
All right, we're going to add him in. There he is. It's Ken's birthday as well.
It is Ken's birthday. Muted. He's mute. That might not be a bad thing, but...
All right. I have to go now. I feel ridiculous.
Good. That's the point of the show. That's literally the whole concept of the show, to be ridiculous. And a little educational. Hi, Ontario, Canada. First time watching. I'm so sorry that this is where you decided to start your journey. I am so sorry for what you were about to witness. Yes.
Hi.
Hi, Cody and Satori. Hello.
Hi.
How are you guys?
How are you?
There's so many nice people in the chat. Thank
That's
you
great.
all.
That's great. So if it's your first time here, the show runs from 8 o'clock Eastern till 9 o'clock Eastern. And then starting at 9:15, we do our what we call our bonus show. And that is for our museum patron members. And that usually lasts an extra 30, 45 minutes. And we usually talk about something that we didn't talk about on the show. Tonight, we're going to be talking about something interesting.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about quite a few interesting things.
Yeah. So definitely, if you want more information on that, in the description below is the links to get to Patreon, and you can join if you want. If you don't want to, that's fine too. If you want to just stay here and make fun of us in the comments, you're more than welcome to do that.
We love it.
Well,
we love it.
But a huge thank you to the supporters on Patreon. We definitely couldn't do this without you. We love you guys. And we had to make a third page.
Oh my gosh, it's almost like you guys like us or something.
I know, we had to start a third page. So thank you to our new members, Avalon, Nisi and Noah, Kiara, Sue, and Holly. So thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. All right. We had a fun week last week.
We did.
We went to Florida.
Yeah, we did. You're just so cute. I'm sorry. Yes, we did. We went to Florida. We had quite a good time when it wasn't raining, of course. I mean, it was kind of like monsoon weather down there.
It did rain a lot.
But it was good. We withstood the rain pretty well, I think.
Yep. You got to see our friend Erin.
We did, and we love Erin. Speaking of Erin, I'm going to kind of put you on. I'll give you a little spotlight here right now. Erin has started. Look.
Oh, the frog.
The frog. The frog. You're going to have to guess what the frog looks like. Sorry, guys. We have a green screen. So
he's a ghost frog.
This is a ghost frog. So she started making clay ghosts, and they are absolutely adorable. She made me one with a witch hat, and is holding a frog because frogs are my favorite. But you're gonna have to guess what the frog looks like because right now it's like a ghost frog. So, but it's absolutely adorable. I told her she's gonna have to start making these in time for Para-Unity in New Jersey. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
We'd love to visit Seattle.
I would love to go there. So we told Erin she has to make a bunch of those for Para-Unity, New Jersey Para-Unity convention for November, and I'm gonna make her come and try to sell them because they're absolutely adorable.
Yes.
Like she made a whole fireside campfire collection. Like she made one with a flower crown. It's adorable. So hopefully she's willing to do it. I'm just gonna harass her about it.
Yeah, absolutely. She made a bunch too. She started on making a bunch. She said she can make them fairly quickly too.
She showed up with a
tub
Tupperware
of a tub of ghost.
Yeah, a tub of ghost. Trademark. No, yeah, that's super cool. But
yeah.
She's really good at it.
Yeah, no, all different things. She made one that was actually doing the Estes method. It had headphones and a radio. And
I don't know how she does it. It was so realistic.
Well, with her hands.
Yeah, Cody, you know what I'm talking about. Like, I don't know how she's so talented.
Yeah, I don't either.
It's so good. But we did a lot of fun things. We went to like Orlando for Halloween
Horror Nights.
Am I allowed to talk about that yet?
That's this Tuesday's vlog video is Halloween Horror Nights.
Is it going to be this Tuesday?
Yes.
Okay, so we did Halloween Horror Nights. I'm not good with haunted houses. We couldn't record in the haunted houses for Halloween Horror Nights, but we were able to kind of record our experience throughout the park with our friends, so we're super excited for that. But we do have some really fun things planned for this upcoming like late September, October, so we're super excited to do that.
Absolutely. Here's a little shout out here for Avery. Can you say hi to my bestie Georgia?
Hi.
How
are you?
Hello. So like we mentioned, this show definitely is a roller coaster of a ride, much like Universal, where we just were. Oh,
that was good.
And we're going to jump into the first segment here, which has to do with this episode's object.
Do I talk too much?
No.
I think I talk too much.
No.
You're laughing. I do talk too much.
No, you don't.
You're so lying to me right now.
You do not talk too much.
Look at me. Do I talk too much?
No.
Okay.
No, you don't.
So for people that don't know this segment, every episode we take a case file from our museum out, and we kind of read a little bit of it to you, so you kind of get an idea of a different object and its story every show. So what did you say?
It's gory.
Okay, I can do real haunted houses. I can't do the scary jump scare haunted houses. Those are really bad.
Well, this fall is going to be fun.
If you want to see me get scared, stay tuned for this fall because we have some fun things lined up for everybody. But Halloween Horror Nights, I think most of the time I was just huddled in the back of somebody in front of me. And you do?
You always say, he's starting trouble. I did not say that.
Do you actually?
No.
I think you do. I think he just outed you on that one. Wow, that hurts my feelings. I would huddle into somebody's like back and I would just scream, "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry," whenever I would get scared. So that's pretty much what they're going to see this fall. Just me screaming.
Which is great. Which is great.
It's not that
and
entertaining.
They're going to have a close-up video of it too.
Really?
They are.
Okay.
They are.
But let's hop into the case file
right.
before I get too anxious now.
All right, so we are going to put up a picture of the object, or in this case, objects for this week. And I know there's a lot of people who claim that they're sensitive out there and they can get feelings off of seeing images and things like that. So if you feel anything when you see these two items, definitely feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. Let us know what you're feeling. We got a lot of feedback off the carousel from last week's video.
Yes.
A lot of strange feelings that people were getting off of that. So I'm going to put the picture up now. Here they are. They're two little clown figurines, and they definitely have an interesting story. Definitely leave a comment if you feel anything at all, and we'll put it up again in a second. But here's the case file for the clown twins. That's what they're called, clown twins. And if you want one of these sent to your house every month, that's a tier on Patreon that you can check out as well. So we're going to take out a few little excerpts from this case file and read to what happened. So we usually ask the client a series of questions every case that we do, and then that determines what our case file is made up of. And we'll go back and forth and read a few points here in the case file. So they reach out to us through email. Satori, you want to start?
Yes. So we got an email in August of 2022. Dear Satori and Cody, I'm really hoping you can help me. I am desperate and feeling really crazy. Which never think you sound crazy talking to us. My husband seriously thinks that I'm going insane and doesn't believe anything that I say with these two clowns that I got. My name is, I'm going to redact that, and I'm just needing some help and someone to talk to. I understand if you think I'm crazy as well. Please call me if you think there's something you can do. And then they gave their home phone number.
All right. How was the object obtained? The client states that she and her husband enjoy driving around on the weekends, going to different yard sales in her area. On this particular day, they were not having much luck finding anything interesting until their last stop of the day. According to the client, the yard sale was rather strange because it had a bunch of stuff for sale, but it also had a small section of things that were listed for free. The client found this odd because usually you try to sell everything at a yard sale, and some of the things in the free section looked to be worth some value. Nothing really caught her eye until she found the matching clown dolls. The client immediately knew that she had to have them, so she grabbed them and took them home.
My turn. Why do you think the object is the cause of paranormal activity? The client immediately started having strange occurrences as soon as the clowns were placed into the car. She states that the door locks and the vehicle started going crazy, so they started like locking and
Going
unlocking.
up and down, yeah.
Well, I can't read. If anybody saw the last YouTube vlog, you can figure that out for yourself. At first, she thought it was her husband messing with her, but he was just as confused as she was. What is he saying? What are they saying?
You don't want to know. Keep going.
They brushed it off as a mechanical issue. This was the start of a series of strange events that's really affecting the client. I'm trying to read.
You're doing great.
Why are you guys giggling? What was said? I didn't read it.
We're talking about how much that I don't think you talk too much. Oh, you put it back up again.
Oh, you know Aaron's in control of the chat.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
We're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that because it's just we need to do a YouTube video where we just tell the whole story as much as we can.
The real story, yeah.
As much as we can without getting too much into personal information.
Definitely
we should just do a whole
misinformation.
There's a lot of misinformation, so we should just walk through everything.
Yeah. All right, unexplained temperature changes. The client states that her home has gone to both extremes temperature-wise. On a few occasions, the temperature around the client dropped significantly. On other days, it did the opposite, and the temperature got really warm. That's odd. Usually you just hear about cold spots. The odd part is that it seemed to only affect the client and not her husband. The client's husband does not believe that any of these experiences are paranormal. He believes that there is always a normal explanation, or it is, quote, all in her head.
All right. Unexplained anomalies with electrical devices. My dad's distracting me. Besides the door locks on their vehicle, there have been a few other strange occurrences with electrical devices. That doesn't help much more. One night, the client and her husband were sitting on their recliners when all of a sudden, the lamp about a foot away from the client started to flicker on and off. On another evening, the hallway lights were turning on and off. When the client got up to take a closer look, she witnessed the light switch on the wall flip up and down one time. Once again, the husband did not believe any of this to be paranormal, which unfortunately began to affect the client's mental health.
All right. Manipulation of objects. One of the biggest problems the client is having is with her jewelry. On multiple occasions, she has walked over to her dresser to grab a piece of jewelry, and it is not there. She states that she will search the house from top to bottom and find nothing. But as soon as she gives up looking, the jewelry will reappear on the dresser. She expresses that, quote, "It is making me feel insane. It is just another way they are messing with me." According to the client, this has happened at least 6 to 8 times.
It's interesting each case with each object we have, because some cases are super simple. They're just like, I think there's something, I feel off, here's this. And then there's others where it's like there's this whole series of activity, which is interesting.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's more difficult experiencing these things and then having the person that you live with not so on board with it. You know what I mean? Total disbeliever of the paranormal. It definitely would make you think that you're crazy, which is unfortunate.
Absolutely. Apparitions, visual anomalies. 3 nights ago, the client states that she woke up in the middle of the night to use the restroom. And as she was sitting up in bed, she witnessed something, quote, very creepy. She states that she has seen 3 tall shadow figures, or she saw 3 for people with our Patreon, you understand that Cody writes these case files as he's being told this information, and he kind of writes it in his own way in the case files. So in his Massachusetts slang, he says, she states that she's seen.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
She saw.
She's seen.
She saw.
She's seen the ghost.
That's how
over
you
there.
actually say it, though. Like when you're writing a paper, you say, I saw.
But that's not how I actually say it.
I can tell that you definitely wrote the case file.
Yeah.
She states that she's seen 3 tall shadow figures, quote, dancing up and down the hallway. Quote, they were not making a sound. You could see their arms waving and legs dancing. They were jumping around everywhere. The client states that she did not wake her husband up because he, quote, he would have made fun of her or called her crazy again. Please, I'm struggling. Can I just try to read without you judging me?
I was just admiring you.
You were not. She ended up pulling the covers over her head and not using the restroom until the sun came up. Well, since I can't read, you want to read the next section?
Sure. The last point here. You stay on your side.
My side? My side? I almost fell over moving over to your side.
All right.
Stop touching buttons behind stage.
All right. Unexplained voices. One evening, the client and her husband were sitting down for dinner when this loud laughing sound began to occur.
I forgot about that.
Oh my God, that's ironic.
Oh my goodness. Guys, I promise we're not even.
That was not planned, by the way.
No, that was not.
One evening, the client and her husband were sitting down for dinner when this loud laughing sound began to occur. The client immediately shot up from her seat and looked around the house trying to find the source. The husband claims that he did not hear a thing and again called her crazy. The laughing stopped soon after that. She states that it seems like the laughing waited for her husband to make a comment before stopping. She believes that whatever is with the clowns enjoys messing with her and seeing her distraught. All right, so that's the last point. We'll read from the case file. Long story short, she ended up, I believe we went to the house to pick this one up.
We have so many objects.
Visit to location. So we picked it up on August 20th of 2022. And after the items were removed from the house, the woman claims that everything went back to normal. Now, that's not always the first thing that we want to do is take objects from people and get the biggest haunted collection in the world and all that stuff. It's not about that at all. We usually talk people into trying to keep their item because it's theirs. And we say that through and through, that even if they send it to us or we pick it up and take it off their hands, we always say that if you ever want your item back, you can have it back at any point in time. Just let us know and we'll send it back to you or we'll give it back to you, whatever. And to this point, nobody's asked for their item back, which is kind of interesting. 500 plus items later. So it helped this family.
Again, with these case files, I just want to say, because activity is different for every case, I will say that these are all we're pretty much our case files are what we've been told. Unless we had something happen and we put those updates in the case files, we're just telling you what we were told for this case. Okay. So just so we put that out there as well.
Yeah. And if anyone ever has any questions or anything about haunted items, or don't feel free to, leave a comment, or if you want it to be more private, send us an email, satoriandcody@gmail.com, and we'll try to help you out.
We will try.
All right, you ready to go into the next segment?
Yeah, I already forgot what the next segment is.
Good.
But we'll figure it out as we go.
It'll catch you off guard.
Everything does.
Only I know what it is.
Oh, okay. Okay, I know what segment we're doing now. So
Better. I worked hard on those intros.
Huh?
I worked hard on those intros.
What do you mean?
Yeah, you better know what it is. Did you read it?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, of course I read it. You did great.
Well, you were having trouble
You did
reading
great.
earlier, so I didn't know if you got it.
You need to calm down. You
Okay.
need to calm down.
All right.
All right. So for people that don't know this segment, Cody and I, between each show we have, write questions for each other. We don't show each other the questions, and then we ask each other these random questions on the show, and we have to answer live, and whatever stupid answer we have, you hear it in real time. So we kind of figure out a little bit more about each other this way. See each other's true colors.
All right, ladies first.
No, I'm going first.
Yeah, you say that every episode.
Okay, hold on. How was
That's two different questions.
I'm sorry. What was your favorite and least favorite part about Halloween Horror Nights?
Favorite part was watching you get scared.
Okay. You know that troll house really traumatized me?
The goblin.
The goblin feast or whatever, where
The
it's like they
goblin
eat
feast.
people.
Yeah, that was creepy.
That was traumatizing to me.
That was really creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so watching you get scared was the best part.
What was your least favorite part?
Least favorite part was waiting in the lines, but the lines were actually really great when we were there.
They weren't that
But
bad.
waiting in lines is never fun.
But it was also the middle of the week, and it was rainy, so I can see why they were shorter.
I mean, everything was great. We had fun. There was no lines getting on rides, which was amazing.
Oh my gosh, the Harry Potter ride was so cool.
Yeah.
That Harry Potter. And then we didn't tell our friends about the Mummy being as aggressive of an indoor roller coaster as it was. And
I even forgot that. I didn't know that.
it was so good. Okay, what's your
My question? Here you go. Favorite Halloween costume growing up?
My favorite Halloween costume growing up.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Probably a witch. I don't.
I've seen a picture of you dressed as the witch.
There's a picture somewhere.
We have to find that.
We'll have to find that photo. I was young though.
I'll have to find that.
I
Maybe I'll
can't
try to
think.
find
I
that.
honestly can't think of many Halloween costumes that I had.
I'll have to try to find
To
that.
be honest. Huh.
My favorite Halloween costume. I remember I've had a few. So my family used to always go out crazy for Halloween,
Mm-hmm.
decorate everything, and my mom would dress me up as all these elaborate things.
Mm-hmm.
And she used to dress up as well. And I remember one year I was a mummy, and she got fabric at the store and cut strips. And I stood there for probably 3 hours as she hot glued the strips to me. While
No, like she hot glued the strips to each other around you.
Well, yeah.
She didn't hot glue them to you. That
well,
would have hurt.
technically, yeah.
No, she didn't.
I was wearing, no, I had clothes.
Yeah.
And she'd hot glue them to the clothes.
Oh, okay.
Not to my skin.
That's what. Wait, I didn't get context. I was a little concerned. No.
So
yeah.
mummy, and then I was Frankenstein one year.
Okay.
And I had like high elevated boots and all different things.
Oh wow.
I was a scarecrow from the Wizard of Oz one year.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to
you
find
do
these
need a
pictures,
brain.
and we'll show them at Halloween
Isn't that the
time.
one that needs a brain? I think so, right?
Yeah, it is.
It's fitting. Yeah.
All right, we'll find the pictures and we'll put them up for Halloween episode.
All right.
All
I
right.
almost just fell out of my chair again. Sorry. If you had to leave a message on your gravestone for people to see one day, what would it say?
Something creepy like "Don't turn around" or
Really?
yeah.
I would say something really. Either I would make it seem like I'm cursing someone for fun, or I would make a stupid comment.
I like the guy who put the Ouija board on his gravestone too.
That's super cool. ABC. We should do something fun.
Yeah, we should have two big hands holding each other that come out of the ground or something.
That would be sick. I would have put something on mine that says like, well, that was fun, or that was worth it, or something like that. Leave people wondering.
I want to creep people out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You kind of do. All right, your turn.
I'm behind you. See you soon. It was a good one.
Oh, that's a good one. Corey.
You know, she threw a few random ones in there before Corey.
I know she did that. That was strategic, Aaron. I know. All right, what's your question?
My question: if you were a circus
If I was a circus, I feel like my life is a circus.
if you were in a circus or a sideshow, what act would you do?
I'm not very talented with anything.
Well, you can learn.
I would probably do something more just for funsies. I would like read people's palms or do like a crystal fortune scrying thing.
Mhm.
Like, I'd be one of them
Yeah, I could see
because
it.
I think
Fortune
that's
telling.
more fun. And because it's not like I can't read anybody's future, but I know how to read a palm, and I think that would be like a fun thing to do. Not necessarily 100% accurate because I can't read the future,
Yeah.
but I think it'd be a fun act,
Yeah,
right?
I think it'd be
I
cool.
think so.
I'd ride a unicycle
Did you ever?
or a juggler.
You did ride a unicycle before.
I used to ride a unicycle. I had a unicycle.
But could you ride one now?
Heck no.
I think you should practice. That'll be our new YouTube segment. You
Heck
come in
no.
on a unicycle everywhere we go.
No,
Yeah. All right, guys. Cody, we gotta stop giggling.
all right. Yeah, and we have some questions that are coming in as well, so we'll get to them in a second.
All right. In your opinion.
Oh my God, my dad just sent me a picture of the mummy.
Oh my goodness.
I took the head off.
Oh,
I wonder if I can show this. I don't know if it's
I
gonna
don't
work.
know. Can you?
Oh yeah, it does work.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That
took
is
the head off.
adorable.
So all those things were glued on me.
You just wanted the pizza so bad. Okay. In your opinion, what would be the scariest alternate universe to be stuck in? Like, what would be the scariest scenario for you to try to survive in? Like, think of the scariest world.
The Matrix. Oh no, Tron.
Tron?
Yeah, Tron. The Tron world. That always freaked me out.
Are you traumatized by Tron?
Well, yeah. The original, like all the neon and stuff is kind of weird to me.
That's so random. I know you're afraid of mannequins. I assumed it would have been
I'm
something with
not just
mannequins.
like afraid of a mannequin just standing there. I'm afraid of the dream I had about mannequins.
But you always get freaked out with mannequins now.
If they're not wearing clothes and they're just standing there, yeah, that's kind of freaky.
Okay.
They're just
Okay.
kind of freaky standing there.
Okay.
don't
Valid.
And the ones with no faces.
Stranger Things would be the scariest for me if I were in it. Honestly, I love that show. That's
Stranger
one
Things
of
would
my
be cool.
favorite shows. So I think that would be a cool universe to live in. Corey. He's just here to troll chat.
I love it. I love it.
Hi,
Let 'em-
Carrie.
Hi.
All right. You have, how many more are we doing?
Uh,
We can do a couple
We
more.
can do
right?
a couple more, yep.
Okay.
And then we can answer
Oh,
some
that's a good
questions.
one.
Predator?
That's a good one. Terminator. That's terrifying. Absolutely valid. I think that one would be scary. Yeah.
Yeah. Panic. Yeah, see? No good on the mannequins. All right.
When can I mention the barn fire?
Yeah.
So when the fire happened at the barn where we were supposed to open our museum in, if you know the story, you know the story. Firefighters had to fight the fire. We got there later while they were already fighting the fire. And apparently they got freaked out because when they walked in after the fire was pretty much done, they walked in and got terrified because we had half melted mannequins standing everywhere because we were supposed to put haunted object like uniforms and stuff we have on those mannequins.
Yeah, we have some neat items that should go on mannequins.
They will one day, just not sure
those
when.
ones.
Hi, Brian.
Brian.
Hi, Brian. All right.
All right, my turn.
I think so.
If you could travel in time and see one band or singer, who would it be?
I
They
would
can
want
be
to.
dead or alive.
Can it?
Bon Jovi.
I would want to see probably the original like Fleetwood Mac all together because I
Oh.
never have gotten to see them. Like 1975, like
Christine,
that
Lindsay,
would, yeah, all of them together. I think that would be pretty awesome. Somebody said Elvis. That's a good one.
I'm with you.
Yeah,
That's
that would
where I
be
would be.
yours probably.
I would be. If a lot of people talk about recurring dreams, like when you sleep in a dream,
Mm-hmm.
and one dream I've had repeatedly is I'm sitting in almost the back row of the Aloha from Hawaii concert
That's so
for
specific.
Elvis. And Elvis is like this big on stage because I'm sitting way back. I remember looking up and see these big round air vents above me.
Wow, your past life, you couldn't even afford a closer ticket?
I was just a regular guy.
Everybody has such an interesting past life where they're like kings and
No.
warriors and all.
I was a regular guy who bought a ticket to the Aloha from Hawaii concert.
Cody was just some average guy that went to a concert, and that's the only part of his past life that he can remember.
I sat in row Z.
You actually snuck in and just stood in the back. Yeah, that's very specific. That's really cool though. Okay.
That was good.
You get to communicate. This is kind of the same thing. You get to communicate with any spirit you want and get any answers you want to anything. Who would you talk to and what would you ask?
Amelia Earhart always intrigued me.
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened to Amelia Earhart?
Iconic.
I don't know. JFK is a big scandal that I would love to really know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably one of those two.
That's really cool.
Mm-hmm. How about you?
I would want to go back to some historical figure probably and ask about something. Like I would like to go back. I'm a kind of a Hamilton nerd, the musical. I would like to go back and like actually talk to, let's say, him and be like, why'd you aim it up? You know, like, why did you do that?
Oh, he knew what he was doing.
Huh?
He knew what he was doing.
I know, but I want to ask, like, what was the thought process in that? Or like, I want to go to some really great mystery and be like, why did this disaster happen? Why did, you do this? Like, I think something like that would be cool.
No, I think that would be neat.
I think that would be cool.
I think that'd be really neat. All right, let's go to some questions from chat here. Here's one from Noah.
Is Rhode Island? It's a small state. It's lovely. It can be lovely. There's certain areas that are definitely not lovely. It's definitely like the stereotypical coastal look, I guess, that you see in like movies.
And it's not an island, even though it's named Rhode Island.
It's not an island. It's a small state. The people are not as nice, but we've noticed when we go down south that people are nicer, surprisingly, than in New England. But yeah, no hate on Rhode Island. I'm from Rhode Island. I'm from Warwick, Rhode Island, so no hate on them. But
I love Rhode Island.
It's a beautiful state. Historic, super historic.
All right, here's one from Hannah.
Sorry, how old when we first started investigating? Professionally, I waited until I was an adult. So like 18 when I really started going, 17, 18. But I was investigating my house and like little things. I was always asking my dad to go along with him on investigations when he would go somewhere since I was super little. My dad started taps before I was even born. So it was definitely something that my whole family was doing as soon as I was born growing up, Good. Good answers. Claire, Story and Cody, have you seen dancing shadow figures? I don't know if I can say 100% if they were dancing. I know we've heard, reports of dancing figures before. Well, with like the clowns too, we haven't experienced anything like that backs up the claims. Backs up the claims of the case file. Yeah. I haven't, no. I have not. I mean, at least not with them. Like I've seen weird things. I'm very skeptical about activity. Funny enough, I'm very skeptical about things. I need to experience it for myself, really. I've seen some really strange stuff, like at OSR, Ohio State Reformatory. I saw what looked like a full person. So I've seen stuff like weird like that. Yep. Would you ever come to Norway for a ghost tour? Yes. Absolutely. Never been there. Yes, I'd love to go there. That sounds cool. Here's one. Have you both ever tried holding hands
with other people to see if ghosts still react? You want to take
Good
that one?
question. So we have tried with other people, just like one of us with another person. It hasn't worked as of yet. We have had those people between us, and we've held each of their arms or hands, and it has happened. It has worked. So it's almost like a current is what we're getting. We think we're getting. Again, don't quote me on anything. We're still figuring this out. But it does still work. We've also been experimenting with getting other people to get the same results as us. So, like, for example, they'll hold hands, we'll hold them, see if we start getting something, and then we'll let go and see if we can make it happen with just them. And we have gotten some interesting things to happen. So we're working on it. We're trying to figure this out so we don't seem as crazy as we already do.
Wow.
Interesting.
All right, let's see. What is your favorite candle and scent?
Oh.
There you go.
What's your favorite candle and scent?
I like the fall candle. They're like
my favorite
pumpkin
is like
and all that.
yeah, like the pumpkin pecan waffles or something.
The waffle
you get.
ones are really good.
Yeah, I
Cookies
like
and
super
stuff,
sweet fall scents. So that's my thing. Like a warm vanilla or cinnamon or waffle-y scent.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree. All right. We have some more questions, which we'll get to in a little while, but now we're going to head into our next segment, which is fun. We need audience participation for this one, if you want to.
I know this one.
All right, so let's go into that.
That was so loud. You coughed so loud.
Sorry.
Okay.
All right. So this segment is for you.
Okay, so for people that don't know this segment, we have the help of some amazing people behind stage who are going to choose people that say me. So make sure you comment me if you want an advice card reading, and random people will be chosen. We'll see how many we can do. Okay, we'll also do Cody readings too. We'll do Cody readings as well. I'm going to read off some advice cards, kind of give you a little bit of what that means, and then we'll have Cody do it as well.
I got with the head on now.
Oh, put the head up while we're waiting for the me's.
My mom sent me this one.
Oh my goodness.
There we go. All right.
So cute.
A mummy.
So cute.
A mummy.
So was that first one, Erin? Okay. I see her closing her eyes and choosing. Okay.
All right.
Nice. All right. So let's see what we get here.
Cameron.
Again, I am not a professional reader. I do this for fun. Sometimes I do this for donations for the museum at events and stuff. So, all right. Let's see here. Okay. So first card I got, Sacred Source. We are here to remind you of your magnificence. You are literally an angel in the making. A being of eternal love and light, forever one with the universe. So this is pretty much saying you have, at least this is going to be my interpretation of it. You have you're very special. Your soul is very special. You have a purpose here, okay? You are kind of literally being made into something important for, the purpose of everything. You have a very big role to play, and that's what this is saying. It's saying that there's people on the other side that are just letting you know that you have a role, you have a purpose. You're here for a very special reason. All good things. Also, I have heard all of your calls, and any prayers will soon be answered. So if you have anything that you really want to happen, if you're asking for something, a solution may not be exactly what you want to happen, but something is going to be answered. Your calls will be answered. Kind of like a manifestation kind of thing, which is interesting. Do you want to choose a card?
You want me to choose a card?
I want you to choose a card. I do.
All right. Cameron. Clear the cards.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. Do, scooby-doo, do. All right, let's see. Change. Life is a journey. It would be very unfulfilling if each step was exactly the same as the last. Because life is always changing. It is forever fresh and new. Allow your life to unfold gracefully. Be grateful for what was, is, and forever will be. All right, Cameron, the cards are telling me some interesting things. And keep in mind, you don't have to listen to a word I say because this is not anything that I ever do. I'm just telling you what I think this card is saying here. So maybe you have been through some difficult times like everybody has, right? Go through some rough patches. And you know, maybe you wish things didn't happen. Wish didn't happen. Only the good things happen. But you find out that even with the bad stuff, you should be grateful for what was because it helped you in some way. Where there's always good that comes out of bad, right? So even if something negative happened, take it for what it is, and you probably learned something from it, and be grateful for that.
So like the lessons,
Yeah, lesson.
Okay.
It also says life is a journey, which is correct. It would be very unfulfilling if each step was exactly the same as the last. Yeah, life would be boring if everything was the same. And I don't think you're a boring person, Cameron. So you'll be good. Just be grateful for everything. That's the point of the card.
Okay, good job. Good job. Okay, who is next? All right.
Let's go with all right. We'll do her, and then
we'll do Leah,
and
too.
then we'll do Leah as well.
Thank you, Leah.
She sent a sticker, super sticker.
A super sticker. All right.
I think that's our first super sticker we've ever gotten.
Okay, so your card says a great spiritual transformation is currently occurring in your life and in our world, the metaphysical world. This is the union of the other side, earth, spirit, matter, heart, mind, and they all unite in balance. So there is some sort of transformation that's coming your way. This is going to be good. This is going to push you on paths you need to be put on. New opportunities may present themselves to you, which are going to be for your ultimate good in the long run. So this is a very good card to get. This also says the path is now becoming clear. All obstacles in your way were going to be removed. You can move forward now with ease and confidence, and you will achieve what you desire. So it may not be exactly what you want, but something is going to happen for your greater good, something that you need to happen.
All right.
You want to do this one?
Quick. All right, let's see. Undaunted. All right, let's see here. Vision. A positive outcome requires a positive vision. Visualize everyone involved in your present situation surrounded by light and love. Make sure to include yourself also. Your love has the power to influence and transform the current events. So basically, Undaunted, what this card is telling me about you is similar to the last card. You may be going through something right now, and you need to get through it, right? So you have to put out into the universe that you want to get through whatever you're going through. And you have to visualize that all the people involved in this are going to get through it as well. But you can't forget yourself. You are a big part of this equation. So even though you want to help others and make sure they get through the issue at hand, you need to make sure that you worry about yourself as well. Make sure you include yourself. Your love has also the power to influence and transform the current events. So you need to believe that even though inside you may not think that you make a big difference in the situation, you absolutely do. So this card, vision. You need to remember. The card does not look like that. Vision yourself getting through whatever you're going through, and you shall be okay. Undaunted. All right.
There you go.
All right. One more, and probably do a few more on the bonus show as well.
Yes.
But Leah there. All right.
All right.
Leah?
Let's see here. Protection. You are safe. Do not fear. We are with you always and surrounding you always with invisible wings of light. So you have people on the other side, whether they are people that you know or people that or energies that are meant to guide you and give you sort of a push where you're supposed to go in what direction. You have those people on the other side for you, those beings. Okay. So that's a really good card to get. Just have that as a little bit of a reminder as you go about your journey. Let's see here. I want to get get one more just kind of as a basic advice card here. I am here to help you through present times. I love you. I protect you and keep you safe. This is all very specific. Like, it's very specific message. Trust that all is well. Accept my love and allow it to dissolve any fears. So it's definitely like somebody's just like, I'm in your corner. I'm here. I'm making sure everything's okay. Do not have any fear moving forward. Good things are going to happen for you.
Good things are going to happen.
Yeah.
For Leah. Leah, L-I-A. There we go. Clear the cards. Again, do not listen to a word I say. I'm not a card reader at all. I'm doing this because Satori makes me. All right. Forgiveness.
Honest.
Let the past go. Well, there seems to be a theme tonight with these cards. Let the past go. Clear your heart and mind through forgiveness. So what this card is saying is that you need to forgive somebody. There may be somebody that you may need to say sorry to, or something like that.
Or it could be like they
Hey,
were hurt.
wait a minute.
What?
This is my card interpretation.
I'm just saying forgiveness can also be like you were hurt by somebody, and in order to move forward, whether they actually want that or not, in your mind, you have to kind of be like, okay, I forgive them.
Or
like,
she may just need to say I'm sorry to somebody.
I won't forget, but I will move on and forget.
Or the card means that life is
you
too
can
short.
interpret it however you want.
Right.
However
Life
you want.
is too short, and you need to say I'm sorry to somebody.
I think it can be interpreted either way. That's just me, though.
Or don't. I don't care. Again, you don't have to listen to me at all. So
okay.
You should probably listen to her.
I'm just saying that's another interpretation for the card.
So what's the interpretation now?
Like, forgiveness can be one, I forgive, I owe somebody forgiveness, like I'm sorry, but it can also be this person hurt me or wronged me, or I was put in a situation I was not happy with, and in order to move forward or move past, whether they want it or not, I have to find forgiveness for them.
She said her mind's blown. It's because of my reading, right, Leah? Spot on.
I just say what comes to my mind, okay? That's what I'm in no way a psychic, okay? So.
All right. We have too much fun.
We do have too much fun.
We're the only ones who think we're having fun, though. That's
I know. Everybody else is just watching
nuts.
like, why am I sitting through this right now?
All right, let's do one more segment here. You ready?
All right.
This one's fun because it involves props.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so this last segment here is a fun one and includes these fun little paddles here. Mine says him and me. His says him and her, our pronouns here. And we have some questions that you guys have given us on multiple different platforms, as well as you have the chat now if you want to ask similar questions, and we will get to them. But what this is pretty much you ask who's most likely to, who's least likely to, who's the best, the worst, fun questions like that. And we have to answer them together.
We're supposed to do it at the same time, but somebody likes to see what the other one is saying first.
That's not true. That's not true. Okay, first one. Who gets the most scared?
Who gets the most scared?
Mm-hmm.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh.
You have got to be kidding me.
That's not true.
It is absolutely you.
When it's jump scare haunted houses,
you even said that you got scared.
At the scary jump scare haunted houses, yes. You get scared even when it's not a jump scare. You get scared when the light comes on, a motion light comes on, you get scared.
I don't get scared. I just get startled. Like, that's it.
Scared. You get scared. Yeah, I feel like
scared and startled are two different things.
It depends. It depends on the kind, I guess.
It's you. Collectively, it's you.
That's not true.
Yes. Collectively, out of the scaredness, it's you.
Who is most likely to chase a ghost? They said their money's on me.
You already got the answer?
They think it's me. What do we think it is?
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
You're purposely doing this tonight.
No, I think it's me. Why would you go after a ghost?
I wouldn't chase them in a negative way.
No, you'd be too scared.
No, I wouldn't. I would probably, I'd want to talk to them more. That's why I would go chase after them, I guess.
I don't think either of us would be chasing after them. I think we'd just call them over. Like, hello.
Okay.
Come here.
Who's the meanest or the most blunt?
Oh gosh, I don't know if I can answer this one.
1, 2, 3. You can be honest. You can be honest.
No, I can't be.
Yeah, you can.
You could say that all you want,
You
but
can
I'm
be
not
honest.
going to.
I actually won't be upset. It's valid. I understand. There are times when things are said or things are done, and my last name's Hawes. Take that for what you will. I get fiery, okay? And I will say or do things, or I will be very honest about things, and that can get me into trouble. And people don't understand that. Like, some people get upset by that. So I guess so. Who is the funniest?
Oh, go.
Really?
Yeah.
I think we're both pretty funny. You're funny when you don't try to be funny.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking. I'm not funny. You're funny.
What, am I funny looking?
No.
Like a clown? Do I amuse
I
you?
amuse you, huh? Funny like a clown?
I think you're funny when you're trying not to be. Who would run out of a haunted house first? What kind of haunted house are we talking about?
I think the fake ones, absolutely.
The fake ones, yes. I wouldn't even go into those. Why is your battle like that?
Because I'm down the middle. We're not running out of a haunted house that's really haunted.
No, unless like
You're
something
run out
really
of the fake
serious
one, and neither of
happens.
us are going to run out of the.
But nothing's happened. That's
the only reason why we run out of a real haunted house is because of the living person.
Probably.
Your father always says stuff like that.
Who is more in charge of our haunted objects?
Who's more in charge?
Yeah.
Listen, I write them case files that you make fun of me for.
No, okay. So I think I put my foot down more with them.
Yeah, all right. With the objects
Because,
themselves, okay.
Let's say Jolene gets up and decides to do what she likes to do. Move around. Okay? Let's say Jolene's somewhere she shouldn't be.
Okay.
I'm the first person that's like, Jolene, ground rules, you have to be over here. You're like, just let Jolene do whatever she wants. She's not hurting anybody.
Yeah.
And so I feel like I'm more, that was my Cody impression. I feel like that. Who talks the most?
Somebody's trying to get me in trouble. Somebody's trying to get me in trouble.
Oh my gosh. I actually asked this question in the beginning of the show.
Somebody's trying to get me in trouble.
I'll answer that for both of us.
Yeah, I'm not answering.
Who noticed? Oh no. Can we ask this one?
You can ask whatever you want. I'm not even going to read it. What? Just ask it.
It says who noticed red flags with a certain haunted house first?
All right, 3.
I just coughed.
3.
I laughed so
I'll be
hard.
honest with this one. 3, 2.
Sorry, I almost fell off my chair.
You almost went off the screen. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I think so. I will not name names or locations, but there were things that happened, and I would sit Cody down and go, "This ain't right. Something's not right here." And you'd be like, "It's fine. It's fine." And then he started to notice, and he was like, "This is not fine." So I definitely picked up on it first. I probably had some very bad experiences because I was very blunt and honest. See, we're starting to go around in a circle, and you're starting to realize how I am. I get myself into trouble. Who is the most high maintenance? Yeah, I feel like this is all about me tonight. Do we have any in the chat? Because this is all becoming me.
Who's more likely to get?
Whoa!
Who's most likely to get possessed?
That's not
me.
Yeah.
Why?
Kinda. I feel like you would be more willing to be like, okay, let's see what's gonna happen. Like, you're more that type. Like, I would be like, no, you're like, well, let's just see what happens. I feel.
Maybe.
I think so.
Who's most likely to scream if they hear a sound right next to them? It's not a scream. It's just like a whoa.
It's not a whoa.
It's like a ah.
You sound like a video game character. Yeah, no, he would scream. He would scream. And then he would say some words that are not okay to say out loud, like some swear words.
All right, here's another one from the comments here. From my daughter Kennedy, who is most likely to go to a graveyard alone?
What time are we talking about? Like night? Probably night.
Yeah, I would go visit people at night.
I feel like I would if we're respectful about it, but
Yeah,
also it depends
respectful.
on the graveyard, because there are some graveyards I look at and it's like it just screams no. Like just nope. Don't
some
go to
are
that.
creepier than others, but I don't know. Graveyards are tough because if you're dead, I don't know why you'd be hanging around a graveyard, right?
There was the rando nodding thing we did one time with my brother, and it led us to a graveyard in the middle of the woods, which everybody says is a haunted graveyard, and there's some really weird stuff that happens in the woods out there. And we turned around and we left and we rerouted for rando knot, and it brought us back. We tried to, I think my brother tried to reroute to home, and it brought us back to that graveyard. I'm like, that's not my home. Please stop. Like, see, that stuff freaks me out at night.
Dead air.
Man.
That's a story for another day.
That is a story for another day. No, it's not to be mean to anybody. It's something that almost happened, which was really funny. Long story short, that did not sound any better. Who's most likely?
Who's most likely to get run over by a car?
I guess so. Because you would back up while I'm still getting in the car.
Yes, I would.
You would. You absolutely would. You think you acknowledge every time I'm around you, but you don't. And sometimes I feel like that could happen.
Okay.
Yeah. Any others?
All right, last one from the chat here, and then we'll answer a couple
Who's
regular
most likely
questions.
to befriend a ghost? Oh.
Oh, yeah. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. I
she
think
would.
so. I've gotten insulted by spirits before because I've tried to be friendly with them, and they obviously didn't want to be friendly with me. So I feel like I would be more inclined to try to be friends with the spirit.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
You're more like, let's get whatever we need to get done. Like you're very like, what's the message? What's the information? Great to talk to you. You're very nice, but you're very uniform about things. And I'm like, what's your favorite color? So we kind of vary in that sense.
All right, let's ask some regular questions before we sign off here. We only have a couple minutes left here, so let's go to some of the ones that Aaron and Ken have grabbed for us. All right, here's one from Angie. Have you ever been to the Haunted Hill House? We have not. You haven't been there, right? We have not. Good question, though.
Good question.
What other states have you been to investigate? Way too many to count.
California, Nebraska, Iowa, Ohio, New Jersey, Florida. We investigated a little bit in Georgia. We have been to Tennessee to investigate. We did all of New England. Every New England state we have investigated in.
I've been to every state,
Michigan,
best state on the East Coast for an investigation.
We've done a little bit in Michigan, tiny bit. I don't know if I'd count that as like a full investigation.
Yeah, Alabama,
Idaho, Mississippi,
Nebraska,
Illinois. No, not Illinois. Louisiana. Sorry. So we've done a lot.
Yeah, we've done a lot.
There's a lot more that we need to see, though.
We do. I think that one's for your brother. How was the camera?
If you watch our last YouTube video, for people that don't know, he said it was good. He said the jerky was good, tasted like normal jerky because they mixed it in with like pork and stuff. He hated the cricket pop. He absolutely hated it. It was gross. He does not recommend.
Yeah. Let's see this one. Have you ever visually seen an apparition that you're talking to at the same time with your tapping method?
Maybe once, but I can't guarantee because I'm so skeptical of things again. So I can't say for certain. But we have heard voices. Like everybody in the room has heard voices while we've done it.
Yeah.
So that kind of backs it up. I've not seen I don't think. Maybe. It's hard. I don't know. Have you?
No, I don't think so. I've seen an apparition before, but not while we're
I don't know
doing
if it was while we were doing it. Okay.
No. All right, let's get to one more here. Here's one from Corey. What do you think the real background behind the Hat Man is?
I don't know. I've seen it myself. That was an apparition I have seen growing up. I was younger. I'm not
Maybe
sure.
it's multiple different people. Because there was a whole generation that wore hats, and men wore hats all the time.
Yeah.
So maybe it's multiple different
Maybe,
gentlemen.
but also I've noticed, at least when I have seen it, it's like when I'm upset or stressed out, I've seen it.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen the Hat Man before. I've seen shadow figures, but I have not seen the Hat Man ever. But we have objects in the museum. One object that's
associated with the Hat Man.
with the Hat Man. So
which we should bring on the show at some point.
We can do that.
But
all right,
that's the
so
show.
That's the show. That's the regular show. The bonus show is
sorry.
going to be starting in just about 15 minutes or so. We are going to be talking to AI tonight.
Yeah, which kind of freaks me out. But we're going to take your questions and we're going to ask them to AI and see what happens. So if you want to see that complete craziness of an extra show, you can watch it for as little as $3 on Patreon. It all goes towards our museum. That's what our money goes towards in the field to the opening of our museum. So thank you so much for considering it.
And information on how to do that is in the comments below. Not in the comment, in the description below. All links to our social medias and to Patreon and things like that. And also, this show is brought to you by Dead Air Full Spectrum on YouTube. You may be watching us on that channel, or you're watching us on our channel. But if you haven't been to our channel yet, youtube.com/Cody at Cody and Satori. That's where we are over there. And of course, Dead Air Full Spectrum on YouTube as well. A lot of great shows on there if you haven't checked out the shows on Dead Air.
Yes.
Bi-weekly, this show airs. On the opposite weeks to us is Erin and Carrie's show.
So good. I think I'm going to be on the next one.
Oh, wow.
I think so. So if you guys want to watch Erin and Carrie's show, it's amazing. And I think I'm going to be on the next one to talk about some fun stuff.
Yep. And then every Sunday is Ken and George's show. They have, it's more your interview type show where they interview different individuals in the paranormal field and stuff like that. So definitely check that out as well.
All right, guys, we love you so much. And if you want to see the private party, the Patreon show, be sure to sign up on our Patreon. All right, guys?
Bye.
Bye.